Hey guys, back in the Rusted Nuts and Ratchets garage again. Just doing a little beautification. This here coil pack cover I'm going to probably paint the same blue that's on my rims. So just giving you a little tutorial sort of method kind of thing as to what I'm going to do. I don't dislike the color on this. My engine bay has a lot of black and a little blue, so I'm going to go with a brighter blue. So what I've done is I've gone and taken it off. Mine has been modified. Right now I got a little mild degreaser on there to cut the grease. I'll probably clean it a couple times just to make sure that all the grease is off to ensure good paint adhesion to the surface. I don't think I'm going to use primer. I might mix up a little bit of body filler for... Why is this not focusing? There. For the little gouges that are in the top of this. But if I do that, then I'll use a little primer. Then I'm going to use a foam brush to dab the black paint onto the lettering here and make it really pop, hopefully, against the blue. Alright, so as I said, I've got some degreaser here, and let me help if it actually sprayed. There we go. I'm just going to clean this up before working on it, that way no oil causes any residue and the paint to not adhere to this surface. And you're going to really want to get into these little vent holes and everything. So essentially here now, it's not clean enough for me yet, but I'm just going to explain the next step in my process, which will be to get some 400 grit sandpaper from my body working cupboard and sand it all down. Then clean it again with like a TSP or something just to make sure it's clean. Wipe it off, make sure there's no extra dust on it. And possibly do the body filler. We'll see what these little dips look like when I sand it down, because they might just be surface. It feels like they might be a little deeper. So anyway, that's how that's gonna go. And then damn, all these little grooves and shit. So anyway, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Sand it down, prime the spots that I put the body filler on, and then sand it one more time and paint it. And that's pretty well straightforward. Just like my rim video, I think I'm going to do the same layup, the anodized blue aluminum and then metal spec blue over top. I kind of like that color that it came out with in the end. And then I'll probably hit it with a coat of clear after I do the letters on. I don't really care for the lettering here. Part of me just wants to dig it right out with the grinder and fill it over, but I don't know if I've got that patience today to do all that. We'll see. That might be it, because I don't have twin turbos anymore, and that says two-way twins. So I've sanded this coil pack cover with 80 grit sandpaper to get rid of the 3000 Toyota twin turbo, whatever. I don't think I'm going to need to fill anything in, so I think I'm going to put a coat of primer on this, then sand the primer with 400 grit. And then I will cover it with my two paint choices, then use the sponge brush to dab this. So I know you can see the 3000 there, but I don't think, I can't feel it in the paint. So hopefully it doesn't surface. If it does, then I'll just sand it out again, just to make sure that it's gone. So I've got the coil pack cover cleaned up and ready for paint. Now, instead of using primer, what I'm going to use is this Duplicolor adhesion promoter. It works mostly with like plastic parts and whatnot, from what I understand. And then I'm going to use the metal cast and then cover it with metal specks, and it should provide a nice looking color in the end. So let's see how much battery I got. Not much left in this can. Looks pretty nice, actually. Now, the anodized color I'm just using as kind of a base. I probably should have primed it, but I'm thinking that the metal specs will definitely cover up everything. If not, through the painting process necessarily. I've got a bunch of other painting videos, so there it is. It's painted. I'm gonna hit the clear coat to it. So the method was to strip it down, get rid of the emblem that was on the cover there. I used 80 grit, then I switched to 240 and worked my way up to 400 grit, so it had no sand scratches. I think it's pretty okay. If I wanted to do a better job, I would have taken a little longer, but you know, it's I think it's gonna be just nice. So put the first layer of clear coat on, let it sit, and I might just do a few layers, and that just brings a shine right up to it. If you want, when you're done, you can do a wet sand and a polish, but I think this would be fine. Then I'm just going to scuff up the Toyota emblem and dab it with a sponge brush. I got a package of them here, like that, and dab it black, and that'll be the end. Then the cap screws I will be replacing probably with black ones.